Steve Kornacki is host of MSNBC's Up. He began his journalism career covering New Jersey politics. Steve Adubato is a political analyst and author of the book You Are the Brand. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Nice to have you both here. So as we look at this, the governor emphatic that he didn't know about much of this, and what we've seen so far in the emails, that does hold up. But as we look at the aides who put this through and apparently thought it was okay, what does it tell us, Steve, about the culture in the governor's office and how that could ultimately impact 2016?
Right. I mean, first of all, there's going to be a lot more information that's out before this is over. I think there's going to be a lot more emails from many more people. So there's a lot of potential there for this to be linked, maybe not to Christie, but to a lot of other people. And in terms of the culture of the office, what it tells us is what you find out when you call around and talk to Republicans and Democrats in New Jersey. You talk to Republicans in particular because you'd expect them to be loyal to Christie. And I talked to one this week, and I say, why aren't you guys rallying around the governor? You'd expect to see a lot of Republicans coming out and supporting him right away. And he told me, he said, it's because we're confused. On the one hand, we're very surprised that a guy this politically smart, this politically capable would find himself somehow in a mess like this. It's baffling to us. He said, on the other hand, the MO of this governor's office, more than any governor's office in recent New Jersey memory, has to be very aggressive and very hands-on in inserting itself into seemingly very local and very petty political fights, where people from the governor's office or the governor himself will contact very local officials and will really, sort of assert themselves at that level. So on the other hand, the guy said, we're not surprised at all by this.
Well, here's the way I see it. Obviously, this is the worst political scandal the governor has faced, but look, unlike a lot of political figures, he took it on, held that press conference for nearly 2 hours, answered a lot of questions. There are a lot of questions that remain. However, other decisions have to be made, Steve. Other people are going to be let go. More information as it comes out. But the governor's only chance, from my point of view, is for him to continue to act decisively, make decisions where information comes out where people did horrific things and horrific things were done. People clearly suffered. And it no longer should be really about the governor so much and his political future. It should be about how could something this terrible happen and how could we make sure it doesn't happen again?
But how does that not come back to your point that it shouldn't be about the governor? If you're saying it should be about how does this happen,
clearly
if the buck stops with the governor,
clearly it's
then
about
it does
both.
come back
But
to
at the
that.
same time, the governor, from my point of view, his only political, let's say, opportunity is to say, look, stuff happens, and it happened on my watch, and I'm responsible, but here's what I'm going to continue to do. And no matter how high those names go, Steve, no matter how close those names are to him, no matter how personally connected they are to him, those people have to go, no matter how embarrassing that is to him.
Right.
That's his chance.
He has started to, real quickly before I let you go, is this, you covered New Jersey politics for a long time. It's a different breed than some other states. Yeah. Is this politics as usual in New Jersey?
That's the thing. It's, look, payback politics it's sort of part of the tradition of New Jersey politics. And, you talk about politics being an art. And in terms of deciding, is this right, is this wrong, sometimes that line is fine. Sometimes it's very definite. Sometimes it's very clear. If you don't know exactly where the line is,
this one's
you do know when you're over the line.
This one's over the line.
And this is a situation.
Well, and as we know, as you both said, and as we heard from Michael Isikoff with more to come later this week, clearly this is not the last time we'll be talking about it. Nice to have you both here. Thank you.
Sure.